I am Detroit.
Challenge Detroit is a program aimed at attracting and retaining young professionals to live, work, play, and give in the city of Detroit. These individuals have already made an impact on the city.
I would get here as fast as I could.
I lived in Washington, D.C. for a bit. I lived in Italy for a bit. And my background being urban planning, I really wanted to come back to my hometown to make a difference.
This is the great place to come, live, work, play, and really make your mark.
So I'm originally from Chicago, and I chose to stay here and purchase a house 2 years ago. I've been here now 8 years.
There's so much to offer here in the city of Detroit that some aren't fully aware of. There are a lot of perceptions that we need to dispel about the city, about living, working, playing here.
Detroit has definitely become a center for creativity and innovation.
Detroit is like, you know, like that treasure or secret that only people in the know about, you know? It's not where, I feel like it's not a city for the lazy or the greedy or the selfish or people who just want to be consumers of the city. It's for people who want to be part of creating the city.
Every time I come down here, I learn about another young person that's doing something amazing for their community, or another young entrepreneur that just started a business a year ago and they're going gangbusters.
The momentum is with Detroit right now, and we're in the national spotlight.
Detroit has this awesome vibe. It only shows itself to the people that really love it. People driving through Detroit, they don't see all the special little wonders, but if you live there, it's the greatest place. You find all those little niche corners that are just phenomenal.
It's a place where people support new business, and I think of the mistake that a lot of young entrepreneurs make is they go to the big cities, they're in a sea of other fish. In Detroit, you're in a small pond, and you get a lot of recognition for what you're doing if you're doing innovative and creative things.
So many of our businesses in and around the city are doing a lot of pretty cutting-edge things. The people that we have doing the cutting-edge work, I think, is hyper-qualified and really can compete with the best from either West Coast or East Coast, but it's not that many doing it.
I think Detroit is, for the next 10 to 20 years, going to be a place where young entrepreneurs continue to flock to, both people from Detroit and from surrounding areas. We have a real sense of camaraderie about us that I don't think Detroit has seen in decades.
There's no other place that you can get all the big city amenities. I mean, I live right downtown. I can walk to 3 major sports stadiums. I can walk to 13,000 theater seats, the second largest theater district in the country, walk to an international riverfront, major festivals, all this big city stuff, 150 bars and restaurants. But at the same time, I know my neighbors, I know the owners of those restaurants, the shops, and there's really a great sense of community here. And in that sense, it's the best of both worlds.
The barriers to entry in Detroit are very low. If you have an idea, if you have a passion, you have the ability that you don't have in cities like New York or Chicago or DC to stand up, make a change, make a difference, and do it.
Kind of a white space in a lot of ways for what the young professional community will look like here in the future.
Detroit is big enough in the world that it matters, and it's small enough that you can matter in it.
The future of Detroit, it's reviving the city, bringing it back to this grand place I hear my parents talk about.
Wow, this is going to be amazing, and I want to be a part of it. I don't want to leave. I want to be a part of it.
I am Detroit.
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 You are Detroit.